You know, people ask us all the time, what makes your bourbon different? And it really starts with our master distiller, Mike. He grew up in the mountains of North Carolina racing dirt track and making whiskey and moonshine. He didn't have fancy equipment. He used a basic still and his five senses to perfect the recipes passed down from generation to generation. You know, it's funny because people often refer to Kentucky as the birthplace of bourbon. But what a lot of folks don't know is long before Kentucky was ever a state, North Carolina was making the base spirit of bourbon, which is whiskey. For Mike, distilling's in his blood, and about 15 years ago, he became a legal distiller and began to blend the art he perfected all those years ago in the mountains with the science of distilling. He takes great pride in getting his small batch cuts just right, and he's teaching young distillers the artisanship of whiskey making. What's that old saying? Something is only as good as the sum of its parts. Well, in our case, our bourbons are what they are because of the ingredients we use to make them. Everything we use, from the water to the corn, the wheat, the barley, are all locally sourced in North Carolina. The water that we get from the Roanoke River is exceptionally clean and hard, making it perfect for making bourbon. It's important for us to know that only the finest ingredients are used in our bourbons. This, coupled with Mike's craftsmanship, is why we continue to win coveted national and international whiskey awards. No matter the occasion, our lineup of bourbons offers something for everyone. From the lighter and satisfying Soldier's Cut to the silky smooth finish of the Select, or the full-bodied, full-barrel taste of the Reserve, and last but certainly not least, the ultra-premium complex flavors of the All Malt. Get ready to experience bourbon in a whole new way, a way you'll only find here at Weldon Mills Distillery. Michael and I had the idea for Weldon Mills. It's kind of a funny story. A lot of what we used to do together involved drinking bourbon, smoking cigars. I was active duty at the time in the Army. Michael, was in business. We've always talked about, hey, when I retire, let's figure out something to do. Sitting on my back porch one day, having a little bourbon, a little cigar. I'm like, oh my God. And it came to me. So I sent him a text. I said, hey man, you gonna make booze? And the answer was yes. So from there, we had to figure out what we needed to do to make it happen. Our core operation, we want to make it a destination. When you walk into a distillery, bourbon distillery in Kentucky, it's magical, right? It's the smell, it's all massive experience. We want to give folks that experience here, but we want to enhance it a little bit. We've got this beautiful river here. We've got 2 buildings along the river. We want to bring in a trolley. We've got a boardwalk planned out so people can walk along the grounds and they can come here and spend a day just walking along the river, getting engulfed in all that is bourbon and spirit making. The best part about bourbon is you taste it, it's got deep complexity, it's an amazing spirit, and it's supposed to be enjoyed amongst friends. What we take pride in is providing someone with a bourbon that they can enjoy amongst friends and knowing that they're drinking our bourbon. There's something cool to that. I mean, it's really great to just think that folks are out there, maybe around a campfire or something like that, enjoying our bourbon and spirits. We've really enjoyed this whole process. Been some frustrations along the way. Learning curve was steep, but it's been a great ride. We can't wait to see what the future holds. No matter the occasion, our lineup of bourbons offers something for everyone. From the lighter and satisfying Soldier's Cut to the silky smooth finish of the Select, or the full-bodied, full-barrel taste of the Reserve, and last but certainly not least, the ultra-premium complex flavors of the All Malt. Get ready to experience bourbon in a whole new way, a way you'll only find here at Weldon Mills Distillery. This 82 proof bourbon, honoring the 82nd Airborne Division, raises funds for Gold Star families and is our lightest offering. This award-winning bourbon is flavorful with a satisfying finish that can be enjoyed neat or mixed in a cocktail. The newest addition of our lineup of bourbons, this 94 proof bourbon, uses the finest North Carolina corn, malted wheat, and malted barley, paired with the pristine waters of the Roanoke River, giving it a full barrel taste but a silky smooth finish. One drink of our Weldon Mills Reserve, and you'll see why it's been ranked the best in the U.S. and top 20 of all whiskeys worldwide. This full-body, high-proof bourbon is remarkably smooth on the palate and will leave you wanting more. Weldon Mills All Malt is the only bourbon in America made with all malted grains. This ultra-premium barrel-proof bourbon has a complex taste profile with notes of sweet vanilla, savory honeycomb, and dry oak, leaving this award-winning bourbon in a class of its own.